Hey YouTube, it's Tyler the Antenna Man. In this video, I'm going to talk about the free HD Unlimited TV antenna. It's an antenna that I've seen some people ask about, and I even saw the commercial myself on several TV stations. It runs about $100 and claims a 100-mile range. In the past, the as seen on TV antennas I've looked at have been nothing but junk, especially if they've been advertised by this guy and Clear TV. Most of the antennas aren't really antennas at all. They're just kind of little small pieces of metal, which I guess you can consider an antenna, but it really isn't anything major. Will this antenna be anything different? I'll let you know in just a second. If you're seeing me for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This video is brought to you by the DR Spotify Music Converter. The software can download and convert Spotify music to MP3, FLAC, WAV, and many other formats with a free or premium Spotify account for online playback anywhere. This is great for listening to all of your favorite Spotify music either offline when you don't have an internet connection or on a device that does not have access to the Spotify app. You can download the software by going to drmare.com or by following the link in the description of this video. Getting back to the main subject of this video, the HD free unlimited antenna. Definitely sounds like there's a lot of hype, at least in the title alone on this antenna. If the design of the antenna looks familiar, it is. It's the same exact design used under several antenna companies, such as on the Marathon Plus antenna and the Antop Big Boy, which I have previously reviewed on my YouTube channel. I guarantee that many of you have seen the commercial advertising this antenna. Here's a quick clip of it.
Now, there is a technology to truly cut the cord. It's the HD Free Unlimited Power Antenna. One antenna can supply free programming to 3 TVs. There's even a jack to give you perfect FM radio reception. The HD Free Unlimited Antenna is 7 ways better than anything out there with the HD Free Unlimited Antenna and its 100-mile range.
So where do I get started with this antenna? I'll start with the 100-mile range claim, which seems to be a common trend of antennas claiming 100, 150-mile, 200-mile range, and most of the time it's just an exaggeration. This antenna is a prime example of it. It's a basic small directional antenna that would probably work well within 50 or 60 miles of the broadcast towers if you were in a relatively flat area. But TV signals tend to disappear about 70 to 80 miles over the horizon due to the curvature of the Earth. And getting TV signals beyond that usually requires a very tall mast and large antenna. Something that looks like this, not like this. So besides the exaggerated mileage claim on this antenna, what's something else I can rip apart on it? Well, obviously the 4K claim. This is something we're going to see more and more of. There are no live 4K broadcasts over the air as it stands, at least for consumers. ATSC 3.0 is a new TV standard that's currently in the testing and launch phase, but it hasn't really become mainstream yet. And even when it does, and when some TV stations go 4K, you're not going to need a special 4K antenna in order to pick up the broadcasts. TV antennas are essentially pieces of metal, and they're not going to discriminate against 4K signals. If you have an antenna that's designed for VHF and UHF signals in your area, when the signals go 4K, it's not going to make a difference because they're still going to be on the same frequencies. So blah, 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 blah. What did I just say? Any antenna that claims to be a 4K antenna is just a marketing keyword to confuse people. There's no such thing as a 4K antenna. So if you're thinking, oh, let me go get an antenna so I can get this 4K TV station, there probably isn't even a TV station in your area that's broadcasting 4K. And when it does, you don't want to look for a specific 4K antenna. You want to look for, oh, here I go with the technical talk again, a TV antenna that's designed for VHF or UHF, the frequency that the TV station broadcasts on. Another thing that kind of annoys me is this part in the commercial giving the impression of a 200-mile diameter range.
Get stations for up to 100 miles in every direction. That's a 200-mile diameter.
While it is true that most antennas, including this antenna, can pick up TV stations in nearly any direction, most antennas have a specific gain pattern. Most antennas that have this sort of gain pattern will pick up TV stations the best when they're pointed directly at them or kind of within a 45 or 90 degree span of the transmitters. It depends on the specific gain pattern of the antenna. But usually that means, for example, if the signal is very weak and it's 50 miles away, you'll need the antenna sword pointed directly at the TV transmitters. And when it's not pointed directly at the TV transmitters, it may still be able to get a signal that's strong from maybe 20 or 30 miles away. But you're not going to get a station from 100 miles here or 100 miles here or 100 miles here from any antenna. I'm very confident when I say the 100 and even 200 mile claim on this antenna is a complete exaggeration. It's a big problem with many TV antennas out there, and I even have a video on this topic, why you should not buy a TV antenna based on the mile range listed on the antenna. Most of the times it's complete bogus, but rather you should be buying an antenna based on the number of elements, gain, and the frequencies in your area. So what do I think of this antenna? After all, I reviewed virtually the same exact antenna marketed under a different antenna company. The antenna isn't that bad of an antenna. It's a basic small directional antenna coated in plastic to give it a low profile design. It would definitely work pretty well within 50 or 60 miles of the broadcast tower. And keep in mind, you also got to take into consideration the terrain of your area. So if you have a lot of hills or mountains in your area, don't go for this antenna. You will need a larger antenna. But for the $100 price tag, what you get, it's really not that bad. It's a pretty decent deal. It will work in an area that has moderate to strong signals. So if you go on antennaweb.org, type in your address and you see mostly yellow, green, or red signals, those signals are on the moderate to strong side, and this antenna would probably be a decent fit. But if you see mostly blue, purple, or no stations listed at all, that means the signals in your area are very weak and you're going to need a larger antenna. I do offer custom antenna recommendations on my website at antennamanpa.com, where I can go through your unique reception situation, take a look at all the frequencies, and make a specific antenna recommendation based on my experience installing antennas in 4 different TV markets. Antennas are not a one-size-fits-all model, and investing in a custom antenna recommendation from me can save you hundreds of dollars not purchasing and setting up the wrong antenna. So although I said this antenna is not the worst, it's going to work for some situations, but I mainly made this video to expel some of the exaggerations and false claims on this antenna. It's not a 200 mile range antenna, it's not a 100 mile range antenna, and it's definitely not a special 4K antenna. No antenna really is. It's a basic small directional antenna coated in plastic that will work for moderate to strong signals. And if you are not sure if it'll work for your area, please don't buy it and then email me saying, oh, you recommended this antenna, I bought it, and it didn't work for me. I do offer custom antenna recommendations on my website if you aren't sure if the signals in your area are strong or weak. Make sure you check out my video on the false mileage claims on TV antennas. I attached it in the description of this video. It's very important to check out because I feel way too many people are simply saying, oh, I'm only 30 miles from the broadcast tower, so I need a 50 mile range antenna or a 60 mile range antenna. You should never buy an antenna solely based on the mileage claim on an antenna because most of the time it's an exaggeration, and there are many other factors you have to look at, such as the frequency a TV station is on, the terrain in your area, and several other factors. Again, definitely check out the video I attached in the description of this video. Thanks again for watching my YouTube channel. A huge thanks to these folks who support me on Patreon. I spend between 5 to 8 hours a day on the YouTube channel, and these supporters help make my videos possible. If you would like to help support my YouTube channel while gaining exclusive perks, you can do so at patreon.com/antennaman. If you're on Facebook, like my Facebook page at facebook.com/antennamanpa. If you are not on Facebook and would like to receive email updates on when I post new videos, I attached a link in the description of this video to my email list. As always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more cord cutting and antenna related information, and have an awesome day.